What up, good people? It's your boy Costa Don once again, back in the motherfucking building. Man. So they saying the prosecutors' defense rests in Sean Diddy Combs' case with the music mogul not testifying. Of course you weren't gonna testify, you dickwads. Then I seen the fat dude over there. He was saying that what's his name? The one that was a DJ Khaled, he wearing the little king hat and stuff, the little crown. He was saying he think that Diddy gonna walk. I've been telling y'all that from the beginning. How you gonna arrest somebody for having rough sex? Now, as far as him kicking Cassie up and down the hallway like a soccer ball, I get that shit. I respect that. Nigga, you should have went to jail for that, but there is statute of limitations on charges, and I think that the statute of limitations was no longer valid on that charge. You know what I mean? So I done got fat. Yo, I don't even want y'all to see me. I got fat as F. Fat and gray. Nigga done got fat and gray, yo. It is what it is, man. I'm an old dude, I guess, yo. I'm gonna wear the spoon on that one, you know what I mean? Like that ass. Shouts out to all the day ones. Thank you to all my moderators. Thank you to everybody who rock with the channel. We waiting for the boy to come back, but you know what? Don't think that I'm being lazy or anything, but I at least want to see my videos excel. Like the last video that I did, it reached 1K. Honest numbers, it reached 1K. Thank you. I appreciate that shit, because some people can't get 1K on a video. You know what I mean? So I thank all my subscribers for that. I thank all the people who viewed my video. I'm trying to send some people over from Threads. I'm finna send some people from Threads over here. So we're gonna have a lot of haters coming through soon, you know? We're gonna have a lot of them. But, you know, they're over there mad because I'm over there ripping them on this Trump shit and this election shit and who's right, who's wrong. And, man, listen here. You can't be a pussy your whole life, my nigga. Like, you gotta be ready to fight sometimes. People don't want to fight. People too scary. Now, I'm gonna run this video. Shouts out to CBS News.
Turning out a federal sex trafficking trial of music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, we learned this week he will not take the stand as the trial nears its completion. Drika Duncan has been at the courthouse and is here with an update. Drika, good morning. What's the latest?
Good morning. Yes, I'm back because I've been covering this story for the last 7 weeks. Combs stood up in court and addressed the judge Tuesday. He commended the judge, telling him he was doing a, quote, excellent job. And when the judge asked how Combs was doing, he said he was doing great. Combs said that after discussing with his lawyers, he decided he would not take the stand. His defense rested its case in less than 30 minutes, calling no witnesses. The prosecution, over the course of 6 weeks, called 34 witnesses to the stand, most notably
Talking about how that man was having sex. Cut it out. Now, I'm going to tell you like this. In some of these cases, like some of these dudes really be needing this to happen to them, because you need to see who really be your friends and who be down with you, because that's how I am. I throw shit out there to a motherfucker because I want to see if you're going to be the snake to run back and say what I said. And I know just how I said it to you. So when somebody's like, oh, I heard you said, I know who the fuck I told shit to. Them the type of motherfuckers I can't stand. I don't fuck with you. I don't like those type of people around me. Your aura is all fucked up. You're a rat. Just a rat. I don't give a fuck you right now, your friends, your homeboy, your sister, your mama, your daddy, your brother, your little motherfucking dog. I don't give a fuck who you show somebody something, somebody said, you're a rat. Don't do that. Now, Puffy saying that all these people, like Diddy and all them, I mean, Jay-Z got his motherfucking feet on the coals too. So he's seeing that ain't none of these dudes really support him. Ain't nobody really step up and say nothing good for him. They ain't even come and represent him in court, but select people. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the ones who did. Shouts out to that boy over there twice. He's what's his name? The journalist? The one that was dressed like a drag before. What's his name? I can't think of his name. Anyway, shouts out to you. You know who I'm talking about.
his former partner, Cassie Ventura Fine, who testified for nearly a week. Prosecutors allege Combs coerced Ventura and another ex-girlfriend into drug-fueled freak-offs, also known as hotel nights. The defense has argued all the sexual encounters were consensual. The jury also heard from former employees of Combs. We are now done hearing from the witnesses since the prosecution and defense both rested their case.
So what happens now?
So next, we are going to look at the jurors. Essentially, they don't have to come into court today because they're handling some legal processes, if you will. But then the judge is expected to issue the instructions to them on Friday, which is when they could start deliberating. But tomorrow is when we're going to hear the closing arguments from both the prosecution and defense.
That must have been quite a moment to hear Sean Combs say to the judge, "You're doing an excellent job."
And that he's doing okay.
Yeah.
Don't nobody want to hear shit Gayle King said. Because y'all got to remember, Jay-Z and Oprah Winfrey is besties. Gayle King is his flunky. And ain't none of them step up and say nothing good for Diddy. Yeah, all right. You going down. Diddy going to make a deal and get up out of
Early
there.
on in this, I remember he expressed that he was nervous at the very beginning of this trial. He said that out loud. So you never know which way these jurors are going to sway in terms of what they believe, what they didn't believe. But a lot of people have been asking me, well, what do you think is going to happen?
Yes.
And we just don't know. So I'm going to leave it to the hands of the
But only 30 minutes.
I was one of those people. Jerika walked in. Jerika, what do you think is going to happen?
But only 30 minutes.
Well, it's because I think the idea is that they felt they did a good enough job with the cross-examination of all of those witnesses, that why bring in more people? These jurors, I mean, not that that's a total consideration, but they've been there for, 6 weeks. We're in week 7, technically.
Wow.
So it's about trying to make sure that you push that through line through, whether it's your defense side or the prosecution.
Or the defense thinks we've already, they have not proved their case, so why should we rebut any of this?
Yeah,
It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
All right. And I told y'all that in the beginning, the prosecution never, ever once proved their case. Now, this is another video another news clip they saying what went down in the courthouse with Diddy.
News in the federal sex trafficking trial against Sean Diddy Combs. Prosecutors have rested their case against the music mogul, wrapping up 29 days of testimony from more than 30 witnesses. The government claims Combs leveraged his businesses to operate a criminal enterprise. Combs has pleaded not guilty to all charges. Soon after the prosecution rested its case, the defense made a motion for acquittal. NBC News entertainment correspondent Chloe Malas is outside the courthouse in New York. Chloe, what is the defense's argument for acquittal here, and what did jurors see and hear in court today?
Hey there. Well, right now they've been doing something called a Rule 29 motions in Clay. And this is pretty common, especially in a federal case such as this one, where Combs' defense team is saying that the prosecutors have not proven their case and they're asking the judge for a mistrial. They're going charge by charge, point by point, and citing a bunch of case law. The jury is not in the room, and they're trying to convince the judge to either throw out the whole case or to throw out particular charges or particular parts of charges like RICO conspiracy. There are all these predicate crimes that we've talked about, from arson, kidnapping, witness tampering, and maybe trying to whittle some of those out. This is a really arduous task that's happening right now. It takes hours and a lot of preparation to do this Rule 29 motion, but it's very unlikely that the judge is going to call a mistrial and throw out this case at this point.
And Chloe, the defense is planning to rest their case without calling any of their own witnesses, and that does include Sean Diddy Combs himself. What have legal experts said about that strategy?
I mean, first of all, I just want to say that Combs' defense team had said that they needed about a week and a half for their defense and that they had all of these witnesses that they might call. And then they said that they only needed 2 to 3 days. So the idea that they're not calling any witnesses is a surprise. But when I do speak to legal analysts like our Danny Savalos, they say that it's not uncommon for defense to choose this strategy in a case such as this one in federal court, because if they feel as though the government has not met their burden of proof, then what exactly are they defending, right? Why do they need to call any witnesses? Also, though, there is the argument that if they call any witnesses, that it could incriminate Combs further, especially if he were to take the stand and start talking about what a good guy he is, and the government could then bring in prior bad acts, and it could get even worse for Combs than it is now.
So, as they said, Diddy said, nah, he ain't taking the stand, and I don't blame him. I wouldn't have took the stand either. And why take the stand and you know they ain't got nothing on you? They ain't got shit on that man. So until they prove their case, I guess we have to sit back and wait to see what's going to happen. I think he's going to be free. Leave in the comments what you think. Do you think that Puffy's going to get out, or do you think that he's going to go down? Leave a comment down below. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you share if you're a moderator. Thank you to all my moderators, and thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to everybody who rock with the channel. Much love to y'all. This your boy Constantine. Salute.